What do you consider are some of the greatest challenges for women in jiu-jitsu?
Exactly what I talked about earlier. Strength difference, size difference. I think also, um, in most traditional senses, women carry the family. So there's a little bit of a time commitment to taking care of the kids because that seems to fall on us majority of the time, which isn't a bad thing. No, we're pretty good at it. We've got a lot of patience for this. Um, so I think that's one thing is like balancing taking care of the family and having time to train. My coach's wife is a good example of this. Her name is Rachel Mori. She's got 5 kids, and I will see her train sometimes, and her 2 little ones are running around somewhere in the other room, and she'll have to get up every now and then and go make sure they're not in any trouble or any danger or anything, and she can come back. But I think, that works. That works for her. If there was some sort of like jujitsu place that had like a daycare for the time you were in there, that would be great too, or a kids class at the same time. But I just noticed that um, there are other family responsibilities that a lot of women will a take a what am I looking for? They're the ones who step up to that job the most. So they're the ones dealing with it. And it's okay that they balance it that way. I obviously don't have any kids, so I don't have to worry about that. But I think that's a good thing. I think it's cool, and I think it's admirable to have some parents, like for me, it's admirable to see them making it work and telling themselves, "Hey, this is okay. This is doable. Even though I have my kids, they can be playing over here, or it's doable." And I think it's admirable that they keep up and they don't think I have to stop this because I have a family, because I have other things I have to be doing. It's admirable. It's difficult, but it's cool.
Yeah, I love that. And I agree 100% with that. I myself, I have 4 kids, the youngest one being 3 years old. And we own a gym. I do the magazine. I train as much as I can. And we were just talking about this on the women's grappling page today on Facebook. And I'm glad you mentioned something about how, when women say, oh, the men are stronger than us, or he's winning because he's a man. This has come up where I saw a large amount of women who were commenting on this post, basically using these things as excuses. Oh, like kind of like what you said, just like using the fact that he's a man, is he's stronger than me. That's an excuse. Oh, I have kids and I have all these responsibilities. They start hiding behind that to say, oh, I can't train anymore. I can't bring the two together. And the moment you start using those excuses, yeah, it's going to happen. You're going to stop training. So I agree with you. Just like we have to rise above, and we have to, yes, I believe that for women, it takes a stronger commitment. Once you have a family, it's going to require more of you. And there's my 3-year-old right here,
Mhm.
but it's totally doable. Just like you said, when technique wise, it's totally doable. You just got to find a way that works for you.
I think it is, and that's exactly right. It doesn't have to be one particular way, and it doesn't have to be a particular amount that is sufficient. It is what works for you. And I think a lot of people probably think it has to be this much jujitsu, or it's not good enough, or whatever. Twice a week is okay. I mean, how many, like if you're trying to be a full-time competitor world champion, okay, there's maybe a little bit more time or commitment there. But if you have kids and you're just loving jujitsu, there's nothing that says you have to put so much pressure on yourself to be perfect, to be the best, to be all these other things. You are doing this because you love it. And you need to remember that first and foremost.